Hello! Olá, tudo bem? Em forma? Bem-vindos a mais uma live stream incrível, espetacular. Eu já quero pedir desculpa pelo atraso, porque estava a acabar de editar um vídeo e eu não queria estar a subcarregar o computador, então estava a deixar acabar de renderizar. Segundo ponto, lembrei-me que tinha que resolver um problema de LA no ar, por isso é que hoje não vai ser LA no ar, então tive a mudar tudo no schedule do YouTube, porque a Twitch é só meter e está a andar, o YouTube é que convém fazer um schedule, não sei porquê. O que é que foi mais? Não me lembro. Mas sim, eu trazei um bocado por causa disso. Tive que estar aqui a mexer e trocar e coisa e tal. Mas o que interessa é que estamos cá. Vamos jogar Genshin, continuar a Arcane Quest. Eu espero que o som esteja fixe. Eu estou aqui com o microfone cá mais baixo. Eu nem verifiquei a câmera, só para ver. Até isso não é novidade nenhuma, mas era engraçado. A única vez que epa, podia ser porreiro a câmera. E ainda não há luz. Ainda não temos luz. Aqui em cima pelo menos não. Tenho que ligar a do. Jesus. Mano, baixa isso. Isso. Estou aqui para iluminar um bocado aqui o sítio. Sim. Ajuda um bocado, sempre dá. Os meus óculos é que refletem bué e não estão com filtro azul. Está um frio do caraças. O microfone está-me a fugir por causa disso. Vou estar por aqui mais numa zona que não fuja tanto. Assim aqui. Talvez aqui. Mas eu com esta explicação toda esqueci de dizer como é que estão, está tudo bem, espero que esteja tudo bem com vocês, tudo ótimo. Que a semana tenha corrido bem, que esta sexta-feira tenha sido fixe, para quem está a trabalhar, para quem está em escola, para tudo, mesmo para quem está com salos, como se diz na gíria. Mas espero que esteja tudo fixe, como vós outros. Ligar o comando. Então, e arrancar. Ou seja, tive que mudar tudo no horário deste fim de semana, porque hoje era para ser além no área a minha Genshin. Agora com esta alteração vou ter que passei o Eleanor para quinta, porque sexta vai ser difícil para mim. Depois no fim de semana, como não irei estar cá, não vou conseguir fazer sexta, então vou, em vez de fazer Eleanor na sexta, faço na quinta. 2 a 8. 2 a 8, não, ontem a 8. E a minha vez de ser Genshin é EA. Faço EA e depois o resto é normal. Segunda o Nuzlocke e quarta outra vez o modo carreira. É assim que vai ficar. Mas já estou outra vez. O que estou a dizer, tive a acabar de renderizar um vídeo que eu tive a acabar. Eu só fazer os cortes, é do coisa do Spider-Man. Mas. Mas tenho que voltar a essa mentalidade de estar ali a editar um pouco ao final do dia. Essa não dá que estou com coisa do microfone. Mas tenho que voltar a esse ritmo para depois, entretanto, lançar os vídeos com frequência. E eu quero ver se agora lanço Spider-Man tipo, 2 vezes por semana, tipo segunda e sexta. Ou até posso começar a lançá-los nos dias dos shorts, porque depois vou ficar outra vez sem shorts, sem clipes. Eu tenho tenho uma ideia para combater, só que isso exige que eu volte atrás no voto depois para sacar o clipe. Por isso é que eu também digo que se virem uma coisa que acharam engraçada, isso tudo, façam um clipe, isso tudo. Depois, se quiserem partilhar no chat, partilha. Se não quiserem, não partilha. Depois vejo sempre o que é que eu tenho de shorts, eu vejo o que é que está fixe, o que é que não está e pego. Mas tenho que. Agora o Spider-Man a ver se acabo para começar a editar outra série, entretanto. E por enquanto, com a falta de shorts, eu sou capaz de, em vez de lançar como tenho lançado sempre um episódio de Spider-Man à sexta, como se hoje, para quem não viu, vá ver, não é? Está bom, está fixe. Então ter os shorts desta semana, os dois, mas eu se calhar o que vou fazer, como vou ficar sem. Para a semana não tenho shorts, se calhar lanço 2 episódios de Spider-Man por semana, um à terça e um à quinta. Ainda pensei segunda e sexta, mas sei pá, não, se calhar é melhor isso. Entretanto, umbas. Temos aqui Genshin. Queria já fazer uma animaçãozinha, só mesmo para a transição. Só mesmo para ficar todos a nota. Agora isto aqui, fechar. Que é isto? Ainda nem fiz nada hoje. Olha, bomba. Então. Aqui ser rápidos. Semero. Isto está um bocado lento. Isto não sei se é daqui do OBS ou não, que isto está um bocado mais lento, porque eu estive a mudar aqui um bocado as definições, porque eu já tenho reparado há algum tempo nos bots que às vezes a gameplay parece que fica assim um bocado com uma má resolução, então estive aqui a mexer, a aumentar a bitrate, a mexer na qualidade, a usar o encoder da gráfica. Por isso, a ver se depois isto fica melhor, que depois da live irei ver o foto para ver como é que aquilo ficou, se ficou porreiro, se não ficou. Mas já, está aqui um bocado lento, não sei se é por causa disso, de ter posto o encoder da gráfica ou não. Vou dar uma olhadela. Deixa umas coisas quando isto carrega. Okay.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Por causa que normalmente se houvessem movimentos muito drásticos, aquilo demorava depois um pouco pelo menos o que eu vi no VOD. A mim eu não noto isso, porque eu estou com o gameplay mesmo aqui. Mas para quem está a ver, para vocês estão a ver, devem ter notado que às vezes fica assim um bocadinho.
Gotcha. There is no escape. Here comes the.
Está feito. De seguida temos este. Eu quero assim, vamos fazer Arcane Quest. Esqueci-me completamente que tinha que fazer isto ainda. Ok. Ok. O que é engraçado que eu tecnicamente levei spoiler do que vou fazer agora na Arcane Quest, por causa da newsletter da Oyoverse. Eles literalmente a dizerem, acabaste isto agora e tal, agora prepara-te para isto vai acontecer. Tipo, espeta-me ali o spoiler na cara. Foda-se. Ai, Oyoverse, Oyoverse. Oyoverse, Oyoverse. O que fazer com vocês, Oyoverse? Não é isto que eu quero. Dê-me só um minuto. Aqui. Deixa aqui umas coisas que tinha aqui. E acho que. Ok. Vamos aqui. Descer as torres. Ok. Multitasking. Genshin e Nick ao mesmo tempo.
Illusion.
Filho da porca! Bye. Bye bye. Vamos lá. Vou seguir por aquela estrada. Não! Vem para aqui. Estás aqui, bro, ok. Vai, next. Easy. Agora isto já posso buscar. Bro, eu selecionei o mapa. Seguida. Assim, enquanto fazes loadings estou no nick e vice-versa. Aqui, o que é que eu posso fazer? Posso fazer 3 condensadas. Ok. 3 condensadas. Ok. Se eu ainda consigo fazer um boss. Os bosses é que me faltam. Falta-me um só.
Ad Astra Abyssal.
Isso aí.
Thank you for
As ordens.
Ad Astra Abyss.
Qual é que é o boss que eu estou.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Mondstadt welcomes you.
Aí. Deixa eu ver. Não é isto que eu quero. Só ver o que é que eu estava aqui a precisar de. Qual é que eu estou a precisar mais no boss?
Come take a look. There will definitely be
Ok,
something that
este.
catches your eye.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Este tem Fontaine. Como é que é, Joãozinho? Tenho que baixar esses. Eu esqueço-me sempre de baixar os sons. Esse já não era usado da é o do Monkey Flip. O do Monkey Flip já não era usado há muito. Mas como é que está, João? Está tudo fixe contigo? Então. Então. O que é isto aqui? Foi uma boa entrada, foi uma boa entrada. Tu já sabes fazer mortais, pá, estou parvo. Já sabes fazer mortais. Estou parvo. O homem anda a aprender a dar uns mortaizinhos. Espetáculo. Tens que ensinar aí o pessoal a fazer mortais. Isso é que era fixe.
Busted.
Time for retribution!
There is no escape. Go is flat. Gotcha. Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal.
Tu vais para a frente, dás uma candela de toneladas, tá? Foda-se, é assim tão simples.
I swear by my sword. Busted.
Fuck, não foi tempo.
Illusion shut. Game's up. Fun's over.
Simplificar, foda.
Quietly now.
Burn!
Shine down. Gotcha. Now you shall perish.
Está quase, está quase.
There is no escape. Insolent. Barbados. Guide us.
Time for retribution!
Yes, consegui fazer o timing.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
Yes, está feito. Vamos ver quanto é que ele me dropou só 2. Dá para atualizar aqui no Silly. Dropou só 2. Já não preciso de ti. Agora buscar isto. E buscar isto. Ok, agora com isto fora do caminho. Isto fora do caminho, fazer isto. Está a tentar platinar como o Hammer. Como assim? Eu platinar? Não. É o que eu disse, eu só platino jogos que têm que cumprir duas condições. Eu gostar do jogo e ele ser. E ele não ser muito difícil de platinar. São as únicas condições que eu tenho para platinar o jogo. Símbolo da platina onde? Ah, isto parece-me não, isto é do Battle Pass. É Battle Pass, não. Aquele símbolo aí é do Battle Pass. Isso eu consegui platinar o Detroit. Oh, nice! Eu por acaso, eu só não tento platinar o Detroit porque era muita. É muito Mendoxai, muito chato. Tipo, tinha que estar a fazer várias runs e tipo, foda-se. Nice. Eu fiquei assim, vai dar trabalho. Ok, há 3 regras. É o não ser difícil, eu gostar do jogo e não dar muito trabalho. Porque. Yeah. Olá Ricardo, estás fixe? Tudo porreiro? Ok. Meh. Understandable. Have a nice day. Understandable, have a nice day. Estou a viver um plus. True. Não vou dizer que não, porque é uma coisa muito boa. Já estar vivo já é fixe. Ok, então isto agora como é que isto vai funcionar? Mais ou menos não esqueças que no Detroit pode ir várias alturas do... Sim, mas... Dois tesouros naquela zona. Esta zona, estou a tentar ver, decorar para não... Ok. Essa zona... É aqui. Oh, ganda pato com o grande Wickfoot, pá, como é que é? Tudo em forma? O homem entra ali em estilo e tudo, fogo. Espetáculo. Agora tenho que andar aqui às voltas, é isso? Eu não sei como é que é suposto isto funcionar. Ricardo, tu já fizeste este evento, não já? É suposto eu só andar para... Mas ele está equipado. Tenho que meter... tinha que meter. Eu tinha equipado, mas não tinha sacado para fora. Ok, então o que é que ele faz? Ele está ali a apontar no mapa. Ok, esquece. Eu sou estúpido. Eu faço as perguntas antes de olhar. Só o marcar território com esta conta para quando for conta do deck dar mais engajamento. Yeah! Engajamento. É, tem que... Ah, ok, isto é tipo um trail, ok. Engajamento. É uma palavra que eu tipo... acho engraçada. Para ali. Espera, onde é que... é para aqui. Mas é, como é que está a espada? Estás fixe? Ok. Dig aqui. Yep, ali. Oh meu Deus, estou a arranjar energia. Vou fazer uma Genkidama. Oh meu Deus, fiz uma Genkidama. E agora olha aqui. Ele vai abrir. Oh meu Deus, abri um tesouro.
Easy money.
Yes, easy money. Ah, está tudo bem, bom saber que a vida dos chorais Mister tá ótima, tá ótima. O Mister já arranjou outro clube para treinar. Já andámos ali a. Andei ali no fundo de desemprego. Ui, espera. Já me vai a algum lado. Super Guerreiro 4 já. Ah! Change my mind. Todos os homens, quando vão à casa de banho, viram super guerreiros. Com a força de um Deus, não há nada que te vá parar. O destino está nas nossas mãos. Viva a vida com paixão. E vai, mas nunca te esqueça da lenda do dragão. Vamos ser heróis a lutar contra o mal. A cena do Super Saiyan 4, tipo, ok, está bem que a cena não é... Espera, onde é que está a energia? A energia! Espera, mas onde é que está?
Illusion shattered. Gotcha.
Está bem que o Super Saiyan 4 não é canónico, não é? Mas... Ok, será que eu já vejo energia? Oh, God.
Wait, hear me.
Ah, eu tenho que os derrotar para... Ok.
To oblivion.
É o Saiyan mais fixe. Sim, mas é o único que não é oficial. Não, oficial é, mas não é canon. É oficial porque lá o Akira Toriyama disse, ok, yeah, bora fazer anime disso. Para quem não sabe, o GT é fan-made, não é... Oh. Agora é apanhar estas coisinhas que estão aqui. Mas para quem não sabe, o GT é fan-made, o Akira Toriyama é que tipo, ok, podem fazer animação disso. E um olá especial também para o João, que cumprimenta todas as pessoas do chat de forma carismática. Claro, então. Apareceu num filme ou agora. Apareceu? Ok. Então eu não sabia essa eu não sabia. Mas tipo, a única coisa que eu sabia é que era. Porque se tu reparares, como é que eu ia dizer? Supostamente o 4 é uma versão que tu consegues no futuro, quando o Goku já é velho para caralho. Mas uns bons anos antes, no Super, ele consegue o Ultra Instinct. Estás a perceber o porquê do tipo.
Treasure. One way to draw your...
Acho isso engraçado. Ainda tenho mais 2.
Target out of hiding.
Para aqui. Ultra Instinct, mas isso não é nos Pokémon. Isso agora já não sei, não me perguntes, Ricardo. Oh, que caralho. Se é que tem que ser, pá, espetáculo. Oh. Ok, são vários. Easy. Agora, o próximo é para ali. Agora sim. Ui, temos pato. Eu não sei de nada já quanto é um mais um 31. Como é que era aquele? Era o do 21, uma merda assim. Foda-se, sou muito OP. Máquina! Não, ó Cid, eu não te vou apanhar, desculpa, filho. Yeah, 9 mais 10, 21. A minha defesa fiquei hoje de férias do semestre. Bem bom. Eu ia para mais umas férias. Quer dizer, eu tecnicamente já posso ir de férias, não é? Tecnicamente posso ir de férias. Nem queres marcar. Pelo menos vou ter que marcar umas para fevereiro, um dia para fevereiro. Uma quarta para ir ver as Champions. You stupid. Stupid. Isto é precioso. Isto é precious. Já temos outro sítio. Só fico dia 26 de janeiro. Boas vidas. Brincar. Saudades, pá, de ter férias. O que é que temos mais agora? Onde é que esta porra fica? É para aqui, yeah. Ainda não tenho desbloqueado. Boa, campeão. Vamos ter aqui apenantes. Não tenho assim um perto, não. Eu não tinha desbloqueado aquela parte. Estúpido. Espera. Agora eu tenho que ir sentido. Não é isto que eu quero. Eu quero isto. Mapa. Para aqui. Para ali. É a vida, true. Já vou. Vai lá aquecer a janta. Vai lá. Que horas são por falarem nisso? Ok, são 9, daqui a pouco vou comer qualquer coisa. Ok. Estou no sentido certo. Olha, laranjas. Bullfruit.
Take it easy.
Pumba. Ok. Ah! Se tomar o salto. Se estiver a tomar o salto, ele não se agarra. New Fontaine Research Laboratory. Ok, agora o coisinho é aqui. Ok, entrei na área. Eu tenho já aqui um. Ah, maravilha. Isto é que é. Eu vou levar até ao próximo. Espera que está. Está aqui alguns. Ah, está ali. E o outro está aqui. Espera aí. Agora, acabar é ali. Xixa. Vou ter que lutar com o carne, né? Oh não, é isto.
Busted. There is no escape.
Então. Pumba, leva já aqui culpa.
I suppose this will do.
Yes, you suppose correctly. Já está. Next para ali. Ali onde? Para aqui, escondido. E o último. Eu tenho uma chave aqui de Fontaine. Não tenho uma chave de Fontaine, ok. Easy. Não é isto que eu quero isto. Está vendo aquilo é. Ok, agora aquela zona esqueci-me outra. Agora estava aqui tão distraído. Ok. Ok, já estou mais ou menos a ver onde é que isto é. Estou a procurar daqui do sítio. Ah, é para aqui. Yeah. Ei, não é Fortress, caralho! Ah, não é Fortress, filho, não é Fortress. Não é Fortress. Eu vou ter que ir. Espera, havia qualquer coisa ali atrás. Oh well. Frango! Agora eu tenho que ir. Tenho que ir. Se calhar é mais fácil por aqui. Ora, vai abaixo. Isso. Ok, a zona é para aqui, se não me engano. Ok, é para aquele. É para aqui. Yeah, é para aqui mesmo. Supostamente é para aqui. Yeah. Olha a Fortress of Meripy. Espera, cadê o. Ou é do outro lado? É do outro lado. E agora, aqui um teleporte. Oh. Ok. Ok, tenho que fazer o desafio. Obrigado pela habilidade, filho. Ui. Está feito. Agora, next. Bruda. Where to next? Ali um à frente. Onde é que ele está? Estava aqui alguns. Está ali. Três, dois, um. Ah, fuck, falhei. Oh. Feito. E o terceiro é para ali. Let's go. Umba! Hehe, one hit. Easy. Ok, agora vamos lá desenterrar então. Olha, foi todos os tesouros, ok. Ah, por 10. Agora. Ok, estou a ver. É aqui. Eu se calhar faço assim, acabo o evento, vou comer e depois vamos para a Arcane Quest, se calhar é melhor assim. Perdão. Pois eu tenho aqui um. Para apanhar as coisinhas. Easy.
I suppose this will do.
Vocês não viram nada. O que na minha vida, jargam da briguilha. Ali. Ali tudo a ver. Não me diz que este é para lutar. Yep.
Illusion shattered. Game's up. Fun's over. Ha, ta, ha. Ha, cha. Gotcha. Ha. Ta. Ha, cha. Shine down.
Time for retribution!
Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered. Ha. Barbados, guide us. Here comes the catch. Ha, ta, ta. Ha, cha, ha.
Ok, está feito.
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
Agora, este é no mesmo. É aqui ao lado, mas debaixo d'água. Yep.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Vem lá. Ok. Ui, temos aqui um. Preciso de desbloquear. Ok. Próximo está onde? Ok, tem ali um ao fundo. Ok, já foste. Ok. Next. Ali embaixo. Está aqui. Começar o desafio. Ok. Ok, cavar ali ao fundo. Ah, estou a ver. Ah, só posso escolher um. Hum. O preço que é o mais diferente deles todos. Falar que bacana. Está tudo feito, não é? Hum, Aqui já está tudo. Não.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Buscar aqui o check-in diário que já me ia esquecer. Ok. Buscar aqui o live que tinha no Lurk. Fechar aqui. Ok. Tá, fechar.
Huh, good
Ok.
roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Ok, eu já venho. Vou só comer e coisa. Deve ficar com um bocado de gancho, não é preciso ficar aqui. Vou agora pôr uma musiquinha, né? Com a música dos nossos amigos aqui do Genshin. E, e eu já venho, I guess. Por isso, até já. Não, eu já venho, I guess, eu venho mesmo. Não, 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 fiquem, não se assustem. Até já. Já não deve estar aí, Pato, mas obrigadinho. E até à próxima. Porta-te mal, mas não muito mal, tá bem? Senão não convém portar-te muito mal. Eu estou. Onde está o nosso quarto?
Take it easy.
Aqui que eu bem. Vai acabar a nossa.
Now for a little rest after breakfast. This is the life. Wait a sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen today? Oh, today's our big day! We're supposed to leave the Fortress of Mirapede! Come on, we've got to go complete the release procedures now!
Ok. Chapter 4, Act 5, Masquerade of the Guilty. Lá para baixo. Tenho que falar com a recepcionista.
Please, sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing, and you two may exit the Fortress of Mirapede via the regular channels.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Let's hurry up and... Huh?
What's happening?
What the fuck?
I'm fine, thanks. But I wonder what that tremor was just now.
Let's go ask the Duke.
A new life's beginning. An exit card issued by the Fortress of Mirapede. It's just a piece of paper, but it has been given a name most heartening. Okay. Ok. Vamos ter que o bro Weasley. O que é que eu ia dizer Weasley? Harry Potter. Ron Weasley. Esta luz não está com nada. Ai. Foda-se. Merda da cadeira. Já está um bocadinho só. Se a câmera está fixe, o ângulo.
Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two.
Perdão.
Is there something you wish to see me about?
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, it seems it came from the surface. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I have developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that Monsieur Neuvillette set in place won't fail so easily.
So the fortress is okay?
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates in a panic right now.
Huh, you've got a point. Okay, seems we need to get back up to the surface and ask about what happened. By the way...
I believe today is this month's pipe cleaning day.
Wait, seriously?
Ah, yes. Have you completed your release papers?
Yep. It's you two. Are you leaving now? That's right! Today is our last day in prison! But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we were confined here. It's actually been pretty Yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place now. Then be sure to come back and visit. I'll miss you.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will escort you out.
You're not going to see us off?
I knew you'd ask. All right, sure. Let's
Só
go.
que a pai não pediu.
Well, you actually agreed. No worries, you must be busy. Paimon was just joking.
Ah, so you do have a polite side, I see.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come along too? Yeah, don't worry, we'll come back to see you. Paimon really likes the cafeteria here. The chefs sure do know how to make good grub.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to stay out of trouble. Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Meripede is finished. That's the end of another chapter in our journey. And since Nervlev was the one who asked us to come here, we should probably go report to him now. Next up, the Palais Mermonia. You're going to see Monsieur Nervillette? Please pass on our kind regards.
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
I believe it would be the polite thing to do.
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed by the recent string of troubles. If you're concerned about things at the Palais, why don't you take some time to go up and check things out? I believe you should still have some vacation time to spend.
Thank you for being so understanding. It means a lot. It's been some time since I've gone to the surface. I must say that I've started to miss it a little.
Ah, aqui não dá para descer, fuck. Vamos lá sair então e continuar. Ah, já vem ali. Pô, Silva Drelling, que uma merda. Aqui está meio construído numa catacumba com placas de metal, mas Jesus. Bora. Acima. Parece que ela cresce, mas não. Depois tens o look com cara de. Eu sei que os CPs funcionam, mas eu quero fazer isto assim. Saída mesmo da prisão. Eu quero sair da prisão, tá bem? Jargão da barquilha. Tenho que fazer o percurso. Só entrei na prisão pelo caminho. Espera. Foi que chato. Nem deixas uma pessoa a divertir-se. Eu ainda pensei, Fair enough, mas acho que. Ah, não dá? Oh, fuck. Eu pensei assim, faço TP, mas pensei, não, fosse ir pela porta normal. Caga.
The
Caga.
Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Apologies. Monsieur Neurvalet did say you'd be welcome at any time.
Excuse me. Would you mind helping me take a look at this report?
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here. You can see yourselves in.
Ok. Acho só dá até certo. Ah, ok, ok.
Seems a lot has been happening.
Oh meu Deus, uma transição. Oh meu Deus, que transição.
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters. In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
Pela música parece aquele filme daquele, acho que é britânico, realizador.
All
Eu não
right.
lembro o nome.
That should wrap things up for now.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting.
No problem.
Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Meripede, and it appears that you have managed to complete all the release paperwork.
That's right. And we came here to see you
Awkward.
right away.
Como assim awkward?
A massive whale.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the primordial sea. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore,
Disse
we
que.
can only
Como
assume
assim?
that child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how? And is he okay?
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself. Yes? What is it?
Ah, right! Paimon felt it too! We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
Ah, havia uma.
It turns out that I have just received a
É
report
que eu não
about
mexi
this
nada.
particular matter. In fact, that's exactly what I was busy with a moment ago.
Eu por acaso eu não mexi nada nessa altura. Eu deixei aquilo andar como estava. Eu normalmente só clico quando tem assim as legendas.
The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area
Perdão.
rose at an alarming rate.
The water levels rose? Oh no! What about all the people there?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time and have already returned to normal now. However, I still have a bad feeling about the whole phenomenon. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on her!
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding coastal areas to avoid potential catastrophes. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll meet you.
There's no time to lose! Let's get going!
Please be careful.
Eu queria dar skip para a legenda toda para ler e eu sem querer eu esqueci-me completamente de que tinha coisa para selecionar. Então, se calhar, não... Ah, ok. Isso foi burro. Foi burro. Eu queria que a legenda acabasse, mas olha. Mas já também não era nada mais, né? Ele só a dizer: olha, vão lá ter que eu depois já vos apanho. Ok.
Oh no! What
Oh, no.
happened here? Navia should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's still...
Foi bacana estar lá em cima.
We haven't seen a single soul all the way here.
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's someone on...
Just stay put. We're coming up. Watch your balance.
All right, just hurry. I'm not young anymore. How will I survive on my own?
Oh, he looks pretty sad.
My leg! My leg! How could this have happened? It hurts!
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can hold my hand.
Oh,
if it makes you
bagulho, tá
feel
tudo
better.
bem. Vai morrer. Eu vou fazer magia como. Yes, bruh. Tá bem.
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
Ela vai te ouvir com essa vozinha.
You're here.
Então.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as we could.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
Demoiselle, there was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety, but we've run out of medical supplies.
He's wounded? How badly?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became terrified and eventually...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor. He should know where to go.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
All right, you'll be in charge. I'm sorry.
The situation?
Ah, right. Allow me to explain. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded on an aquabus.
Eu sei que é
Before we knew it,
sedes. Eu sei que é sedes, Ricardo.
water started pouring out from everywhere. The rushing water seemed a little odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater. Some people didn't realize the danger and thought it was just ordinary water, leaking from somewhere. Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape.
Yep, calculei.
As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared.
Calculei quando cheguei à zona.
They were all dissolved. Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground.
Aha, higher ground.
Many were injured in the stampede, and some people fell from significant heights. The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been a lot of casualties. Fortunately, the water began to recede after some time, and the chaos came to an end. The water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people there to leave as soon as possible. No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best to help evacuate the residents. We still haven't completed the headcount, but
Eu não
We'll have
reparei.
some numbers soon.
Eu acho que sei o que é que estás a querer
Awful.
falar.
And all of this just came out of nowhere.
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything that just happened was a bad dream.
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
Thank you for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't know how much it means to me. I really can't express how grateful I am.
Yep.
Don't say that, Navia.
Eu já tinha percebido
That's
isso.
what friends are for.
Yep. Uhum. Eu reparei, já tinha reparado.
We've got a situation here.
Eu tinha reparado nisso, Ricardo.
I'll be right there.
Eu tinha reparado. Sei isso. O Traveler só se apercebeu agora.
Sorry, I need to go for now.
Adoro ela num momento triste, mas com as estrelas nos olhos, parece bem feliz como fosse perceber. Giro.
And out she goes. Seems it might be a while before she can take a break.
Okay, the wounded are being tended to, and we finished a preliminary head count. More support has just arrived, so I suppose I finally have a moment to focus on my own matters. Of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue others. I'll be sure to have everyone at the Spina di Rosula ready to render assistance. Traveler, Paimon, would you two accompany me to my father's grave for a moment?
Huh? Right now?
Thank you. Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson, Paimon doesn't think there'd be a ton of people here visiting graves.
Right. That's how things are now. The living are so exhausted that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
Já que Genshin conseguiu mudar de completamente feliz e um monstro. Sim, eu por acaso já comentado bem isso, que principalmente eles começam tipo um bocado em Sumero, mas em Fontaine os gajos tipo abordam sei lá quantos tópicos que até então nunca tinham abordado. Boa estranho.
Navia? Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver. They won't ever come back here again.
Calculei.
What should I do, Papa?
Huh? What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still... I was the one who initiated it. They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time. And they were caught in the seawater.
What should we do?
I've known them for so long. And I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just... gone. I just can't...
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
How could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later, no matter who you are.
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, Demoiselle.
Hey, stop.
I'm quite serious. That way, it will save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. All right. I'll remember your requests. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help. Malus and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them. I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means. By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny, Francine, Karina, Daisy Ray, Joinville, Julianne, Esson, as well as Malus and Silver. So, everyone else is safe. But still...
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. We lost Malus and Silver. But we were able to save more than we anticipated. The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
Right! Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
Oh, really?
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
The knave? What are you doing here?
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground.
Já
As for
sabia,
the
Ricardo.
supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each other?
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me.
Eu acho engraçado como todas as outras regiões tipo, aceitaram os Fatui, tipo, chill, tipo, são maus, cagamos, pá, bem-vindos, ok. Fontaine, não, cagamos para vocês são uma merda, não vos queremos cá. Tipo, what the fuck? O único sítio onde eles não são bem-vindos é onde a presença deles é útil, por assim dizer.
Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing.
Eu não sei se eles explicam ou não. Perdão. Se explicarem, basta dizer-me que explicam. Mas pelo que eu me apercebi da história, eles não explicaram porque é que ela era de Fontaine, foi para os Fatui e depois voltou. Eu não sei se eles chegaram a explicar isso ou se ainda vão explicar.
That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies. I'm quite surprised.
Explicaram por alto. Ah, ok. Eu lembro que ela conta que é de Fontaine, depois foi lá para a zona dele, agora é o Snezhnai ou o caralho, para virar Fatui Harbinger e depois voltou. Mas nunca percebi o porquê que ela tipo, decidiu ir para Snezhnai, ou lá como é que ele se chama. Eles secamente são bem-vindos a todo lado apenas, apesar deles saberem que fazem merda. Ok. Não é que tipo, eu estou a dizer isto porque pelo menos em Fontaine eles são mais vocais nisso. As outras zonas eles tipo, ok, não curtem da presença deles, mas são tipo, ok, deixa estar. Aqui não, os gajos dizem mesmo tipo, olha, vocês não são bem-vindos. É mais nesse sentido que eu estou a querer dizer.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. You've witnessed that firsthand, in any case. As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such, do not be troubled by this token of our sincerity. Perhaps one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
Not the
Without your help,
whales.
there would have been many more casualties. I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret
E
what
os olhos são bem
happened to
estranhos.
Malus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have arrived a little earlier to prevent this from happening.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did everything you could.
Lend me a hand. Cough, sorry, não sei. Pede a mãozinha a quem tu sabes.
As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words. But right now, there's nothing more suitable. They really did become heroes.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss,
Seremos
Miss Navia.
heróis. Peço desculpa. Isso é um mindset.
Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately, I've never been one for such opinions.
So, you're one who will try to change fate then?
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Terre. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention. By the way, Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of Meripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. These are both signals. Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times, and seem to be worth investigating in many ways. Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will prove extremely precious. My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck, and at present, we're all busy prioritizing the rescue effort.
So that's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents.
Portugal referência? Aonde? Espera aí, Portugal referência?
Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you. Which is why I want to give you this task.
Draw Poison. Hã? Foda-se matemática. Draw Poison. Foda-se, estou todo nomado. Droga mais Poison. Ah, droga mais peixe. Isso é os Açores. Isso é o... Como é que chama-se a série? É o... Rapês. Isso é rapês, pá. Droga e peixe é rapês.
The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you are not from the house. I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Oh, that somehow makes Paimon feel kinda happy.
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right? We can handle that.
Eu gostei, Paimon. Ah, é só fazer isso. Fácil. Portugal referência, let's go. É o novo tipo Pokémon, Pokémon tipo Poison e droga. Yeah, se houvesse uma região de Pokémon em Portugal, ia haver, para além dos tipos conhecidos, né? Ia haver o Pokémon tipo droga. Aqueles que tu encontras tipo na Amadora, por exemplo. Mas sei, Paimon, tipo, é só explorar umas ruínas. Pff, fácil.
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
You wish to join, Miss Navia?
But are you sure you're up to exploring some ruins? You need to rest.
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the roadside and do nothing. There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands. As my father's successor, I must live up to the hopes he had in me. Besides, I'm also doing this for myself. I need something, a distraction, to keep my mind off Malus and Silver.
Since you put it that way, I have no objections. What do you say, traveler? All right. The ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here's the map.
Okay, the three of us will handle it. Come on, let's pack up and get going.
O Quillfish podia ser esse Pokémon, já que é um peixe-balão. Podemos dizer que o veneno é droga. Olha, o Quillfish é um Pokémon tuga. Está para falar algumas notícias que estava no momento triste. Epá, o meu inglês está muito melhor que o japonês. Epá... É o que eu já disse ao Ricardo. Tens characters em... Quem... Como é que eu ia dizer? Que estão fixe em Yen, mas não em JP. Outros estão fixe em JP e outros e não em Yen. E depois tens um que está bom nos dois. Mas, eu mudava os amigos. Aumentava a chance de falhar o ataque. E tu nem me falas em ataques de fazer falhar. É que essas merdas já me metem nojo de caraças. Eu testo porque eu uso, os gajos falham sim, mas depois têm uma tendência a acertar. Quando é comigo, falha logo tudo à primeira. Tipo, caga. Tipo, eu só usar uma vez, cagou. Não estás fodido. Só falta eles mandarem-me para o outro lado. Pineida e Raiden excelentes em ambos os três. Em ambos os três, exato. Mas Furina é como eu te disse. A NGP está fixe, mas a Yan parece muito Shunin. É Shunin. Ou Shuni. Esqueci-me agora como é que se pronuncia. Se nem que a Furina em inglês é muito Shuni. Isso eu creio que sim, mas é para a mão japonês agora em inglês. Antes de falhar, aqueles que tu começas a falhar sempre enquanto o adversário. Exato. É essa a intenção. Epá, mas não sei porquê. Em GP é algo que também tem esse role, não é? Mas, não sei. Não sei dizer. Mas sim, não estou a dizer que está mal. Estou a dizer que nota-se um bocado mais de diferença. Behold! It is I! Dydro Arcan!
So, are these the ruins the knave was talking about? Whoa, talk about old.
Continuar com coisa vais perceber. Estou a continuar. Ou seja, acerta tudo mesmo que esteja menos de 6 em accuracy. Sim. Olha, por exemplo, eu no Nuzlocke, eu meto tipo confuse nos gajos. Os gajos acertam na mesma. Eu acerto tipo metade. Quando estou em confuse. Essa é para a amiga. I mean father. Ok.
They seem to be pretty.
Let's go in and have a look.
Bora.
Just be careful.
Sim, senhora. Perdão. I mean what? Como? Não sei, faço a mínima. Eu não vi aqui nada de baús para abrir, não. Sup, dudes? Eu perdi-me. A casa bem é para onde? Não querem responder? Ok, chill. Consigo compreender que possam não saber onde se encontra a casa de banho. Mas não é preciso serem assim.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Renanda com Dada e o caralho da foda. Nada. Ok.
Watch it! The floor here isn't safe!
Bruh. Já sabia, porque eu ainda queria saltar.
Shine down. Busted. Take it easy.
Vou começar a fazer as builds dos personagens. Ai, Ricardo! Eu já eu falei disto ontem, mas. Yeah. Yeah! Pronto, era só isto. Então, eu sei, eu sei. Os artefactos.
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontainian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous, and it won't be any help for you to just stay here. Don't get by my
Bruh.
wrong. We're not saying you're useless. It's just that...
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you.
Yep.
That complicates things. Maybe the only way left is forward.
In that case, do you want to wait for us here?
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise. So, staying here wouldn't be safe either. I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
All right. Come with us for now then, but please be careful.
Yeah, mostra lá a primeira aba que a gente. Não. Vai, goza, Ricardo. Goza. Me dá mal, isto é péssimo. Espera, não é isto que. Isto é péssimo. Eu sei que é péssimo, não me julgo. Eu tenho que estar a. Tenho que pegar lá naquele Excel que a Iris. Que a Iris mandou outra vez. Fazer as builds. Sim. O Primordial Sea.
No, it's a dead end.
Oh, no.
Let's try climbing over from the side.
Oh, no. Não, mas o que está a dizer? Pessoal de Fontaine, se entra em contato com aquela água, tipo, dissolve-se. Basicamente, baguete. Podia ser pior, falta-me um crit damage e ar, mas está num bom caminho. Eu também aí está, tipo, eu na altura pus aqueles que tu me aconselhaste, não é? Mas depois nunca mais mexi. Deve ser. Por isso aí está, tipo, eu quando chegar ao endgame cá atualmente, não é? Vou-me focar mais no resto que ficou para trás de missões e isso tudo. E a fazer build. Vai bater free então. Até já, baguete. Aí, bye bye Butterfree, o episódio que deixou muitos de nós tristes. Espera, isto tipo... A câmera tipo do nada afastou-se, só impressão minha. Tipo a câmera afastou-se, what the fuck?
Wait, there's something wrong with this bridge.
Cutscene. Ai, Návia, corre! Tu é que estás em mais perigo, tens de ser mais rápida. Oh meu Deus, eles pagaram! Wait, what?
Demoiselle?
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
Maybe she just wants some time to herself, Malus.
Hmm? Oh, was I?
Yes, it would appear so.
I must be tired.
That's quite possible. However, you were the one that suggested we go out for
Cheio
a
de
walk.
zonas. Yes.
Oh, right. I nearly forgot.
Os cheio de zonas, meu Lucy Silver.
It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. I haven't had a nap today yet. Have I?
Bem-vindo de volta para a gata.
It's a familiar feeling, yet something's a little strange.
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. No, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had a debt dispute with him, and we'd resolved the matter not long ago.
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right. Yes. I remember now.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too. It's good to see all of you.
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor, Obina, was getting fed up with them.
Sometimes force is required to calm someone down and get them to...
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett, what was it that you wanted to give to Miss Navia again?
Oh, yes. One moment, I have it right here. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. They're a very good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful once they bloom. I don't know what we would have done without your help, so this is a little token of our appreciation. I hope you won't refuse.
Did you cultivate them yourself? Thank you so much. I'll certainly take them. Malus, we do still have some empty flower pots at home, right?
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for some of Mrs. Burnett's flowers.
Uhum. Pelo menos os dois bacanos, pelo menos os dois chadzões estão mortos. Agora os outros não sei.
Very well.
Wait. Something... Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name is Burnett, correct?
That's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me. I must have heard it when I was discussing things with your husband previously. I've heard this name before. Sometime recently, I'm sure of it. And why are there so few people around here? Where did everyone go?
We must mind the time, Demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
Pois que é isso. Pois era, pois é da lista. Tens razão. Estava na lista.
Huh? We do? Like what?
Well, now, did you forget?
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
My trial? Wait.
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just about time now, so we should...
Oh?
Yes, let me cook, let me cook. I'm gonna cook.
Look, it's Navia! She's here!
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness.
São as pessoas que morreram.
Everyone's finally here.
É o pessoal todo que morreu, what the fuck?
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly Karina, Desiree, Joyen,
Exato.
Jolien, Essen. Where? And as for the judge... huh?
Exato, é o pessoal que morreu.
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right. But are you sure you can stand behind me?
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed, but today...
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on, do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please tell me where Monsieur Neuvillette is? And why I'm standing...
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor, the head of the Spina di Rosula, someone held in high regard by every soul in Poisson.
Stop, they're already dead.
After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, you responded. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the Spina di Rosula fought for the well-being of those in Poisson.
Wait a moment. Aren't you...
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. You have helped so many people get through so many difficulties. You are one with us. We are. We are one big family. All of us who are from Poisson, inextricably linked. And with you being so important, we couldn't possibly do without you. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here. You will be together with us forever.
Huh? What are you saying? Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my hometown, and I would be willing to be with you all, but what is the purpose of having me stand here like this? What is there to discuss?
Ah, well, if that's what you think, then I have no further comments.
How wonderful, Miss Navia!
Ambos.
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now. Yes, I get it. This trial is...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty!
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Joinville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of Master Callus couldn't stop her.
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely acted as an individual, extending her hand to help others. Please do not mistake her actions as being otherwise.
Mesmo mortos, eles são shedzões, pá. Fogo. Even in death. Yes, é isso mesmo que o Ricardo está a pensar. Yeah, let's go Malus. Even in death, Malus and Silver are the true MVPs. True shit.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontainians here. This is the
Fontaines.
nation of justice, the nation of Hydro. Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul must return to everyone. Water accepts all, blends with all. It will surely accept her kindness. Everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro, and in the end, everyone shall meld together. Thus, when a unanimous opinion emerges, that opinion represents justice. Now, I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and Navia are one.
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance to exist as an individual. Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals, to become independent?
Do you mean to defy our justice? If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall defend Demoiselle. And that is how we will enforce justice.
Ugh, my head... It hurts.
Demoiselle.
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning. All I can see is stars swirling in front of me. I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the Carina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice. We are the will of all.
Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here with us!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses!
She says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us!
Miss Navia, she...
Silence!
Ui!
That's...
Chedzão! Chedzão Gillette!
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinal, yes.
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper trial. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, Demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us behind or something?
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Malus... Silver...
Quickly, you must come now!
Goodbye, Demoiselle.
Farewell.
Jane.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were defending me at some insane trial.
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare? Paimon could give you a hug.
Olha, Baguete, aproveita que a Paimon está a dar abraços. Foi sad.
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I...
What is it?
I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids were the people you saw in your dream.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep doing so even after death.
Please come with me.
Ah, para meu ego 17.
Neverlet, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right. Perhaps there's something we could chat about?
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about, right?
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
Huh? Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more awkward to call us over like this and then have nothing to talk about?
I suppose so. Ah, Sigewinne. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the Fortress of Meropide has not been too much for her, has it?
No way, don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried that Sigewinne would need a lot of time to understand the world of humanity, just as I have.
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Sigewinne made him do that. He hopes that you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately, and I also hope that everything is going well in the Fortress of Meropide.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. Let's chat about something else then. So, Neverlet, you're probably quite the swimmer, huh?
Yes, of course.
This isn't going anywhere. Let's try something else. How did you find these ruins? Did the knave tell you?
Isto dói-me no sentido que. Isto dói no sentido que parece que estou a falar com as moças. Eu digo, e ela, yeah. Eu, ok. Não sei mais o que falar.
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. They had even transported a large quantity of supplies to the area. Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had asked you to investigate the ancient ruins here.
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be busy with all those official documents. We didn't think exploring the ruins would take very long, and who would have thought you'd wrap things up so quickly?
Bela conversa, indeed. quando eu tento ter conversa, elas. Sim. Eu. Sim, é cringe. Sim, é cringe. Dói. Mas dói. Dói. Eu estou com uma Paimon, eu esforço-me para fazer conversa e depois... Tumba. E eu, ok. Agora não sei o que falar mais.
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
All right! Another one joins the party! Let's get
Another
going
one joins the party. Dun, dun, dun. Another one joins the party. And another one joins, and another one joins, another one joins the party. Foda-se, salta.
Oh no, another unstable path. Watch your step.
Pero agora tenho que subir isto tudo, mas não tinha que ir lá para dentro. Ah, fuck. Deixa-me agora. Foda-se. Agora. Ah, filha da-
Where did I go wrong?
Ah! Aí, fumaste alguma coisa estragada, ó Yoverse. Fumaste algo estragado.
Wind, hear me.
Pois é isso, mas eu queria ver o que é que ele supostamente ia acontecer. Agora só por causa que eu sou teimoso, caralho. Ou Yoverse que vai apanhar no tru do cu porque eu sou mais teimoso que eles. Ah, esta pessoa jogou com Mine.
I to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
A porta abre!
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
Mas a porra da porta abre, não. Bruh.
Watch out! There are rocks falling over here!
Não, eu estava era no YouTube e estou a sair do jogo ele.
The
wonderful silence.
Aí está a fumar. E não é pouco, como eu digo. Deixa eu ver o que acontece aqui. Ah, ok. Supostamente eu... Sem saber como. Porque, por exemplo, eu para vir dar às escadas que eu comecei a subir, eu tinha que passar lá por baixo primeiro. Yeah.
Seems we're almost at the top. Keep it up!
Só soltei uma battle, basicamente.
Shine down. Gotcha. Here comes the catch. Quietly now. Take it easy. Busted. There is no escape.
Verdict is... Ha! Ha! Ha!
Gotcha. Torn to oblivion. Barbados, guide us. Busted.
Burn! Ha!
Ok. Exato, fiz algo que não era suposto ter feito. Não me perguntes como. Mas fiz algo que não era. Ui. Pronto, agora que isto vai nos levar para algum lado. Umas ruínas à maneira. Só lá fazer ruínas debaixo de terra, nunca percebi essa. Baús, não?
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces in the vicinity.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Olha as pessoas à volta da Florina.
It seems like they were put here as an offering.
Espera, isto é a profecia.
Have a look?
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
Era hoje a idade que descobri que Pikachus são reais. Hã?
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
The surrounding walls also show signs of damage.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see. Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed. I shall record the history of its future here in its past. Say what?
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose. But does he mean that Fontaine should be destroyed?
Para mim, was today years old que descobri que caixas existem de verdade. Sim, existem tecnicamente, sim.
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes. Indeed, the slate's contents correspond to it. Take the second slate, for example.
there's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated. And there's a whole bunch of other people behind her doing the same. She's facing this... what is this? Some kind of island in the sky?
And is that Lady Farina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
And is that a ring of people around her? Paimon doesn't quite get it. Are they all in the water?
The fourth image. I know this one. This exactly matches the content of the prophecy.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it, most likely due to us missing the first slate. I am very sorry.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette. Deciphering ancient stone slates isn't one of your duties.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at these slates. This says that it's the history of the future, right? That means the prophecy's sure to come true.
I really hope it doesn't mean that.
Still, Paimon feels like these images are kind of weird when you look at them together.
O que é que tu mandaste, Ricardo?
Can you guess the animal?
A dog! Yeah, this is easy. What the heck?
A few moments later.
Arf, arf, arf! Arf, arf, arf! Dog!
Seal.
Water dog! Seal! Yeah! I know what it is! I forgot the name! What the heck is that?
Walrus.
Walrus! They're real! Cheetah?
Cheetah.
Cheetah. Cheetah?
Leopard.
Leopard? Bullwinkles. Oh!
Moose.
Moose! Squirrel.
Chipmunk.
No, it's not a... This is wrong. This is very misleading and wrong. What are you? Monkey, but different.
Badger.
That's a badger? Deer? Onyx. 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 Onyx.
A dax.
A dax? Koala, but deprived of sleep? What the heck is that?
Aye.
But... Aye. What? Hamster. Oh, it's so adorable.
Lemming.
What is a lemming? Oh, mouse.
Pikas.
Is this a Pikachu?
Well, how many animals did you guess?
I guessed all of them. Heck you, woman.
Can you guess
Pikachu. Tratei, fui apanhado vestido no chão. Coisa, ok. Peraí. Aqui, fechar lá este no Lurk. Só lembrar aquilo. Who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu. It's Clefairy. Fuck.
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third, where the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
And yet the order is reversed here.
Pera, não percebi. Está trocado como assim? Não percebi bem essa agora.
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image might be the previous Hydro Archon.
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? And if not, why would she be in such a posture? Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their contents, could this place be the origin of the prophecy? Does that mean that someone, or some people, once saw these slates?
But who would have created these slates and left these words here?
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Farina.
In that case, there's no time to lose. There's nothing else to be gained here, so let's head back first.
Yeah, we'd better get somewhere safe for now.
Se vai ficar muito. Se não caias.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
You still have energy for that, Navia? Paimon's already beat.
Just head back to the Fleuve Cendre and have a rest then. Thanks for keeping me company all this time.
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Rest well, everyone. Traveler, I will go talk to Farina tomorrow morning to ask about the stone slates. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the results of our discussion with you.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this directly? Will that be a problem? Paimon's getting a little scared now that it's come to this.
She has long been harboring secrets and will not give them up easily, which makes it all the more my duty to ensure that she understands the present situation.
Alright, we'll leave it in your hands then. You're probably the best person to talk to her anyway.
I will be carefully considering my words tonight.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fleuve Cendre is always open to you as ever, so please don't think you're an imposition. Alright, I'll be on my way then.
We're finally back!
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
Yay! And there's good food too! Navi, no, the boss is the best. Ooh,
Uma perna de frango dispenso, mas aquele pãozinho.
Paimon's already starting to forget what happened today.
Olha a Mona.
Oh,
Só de ver o chapéu já dá para perceber. Já dá para perceber quem é. Só pela ponta do chapéu.
What are you doing in Fontaine? Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Still, we didn't expect to see you here. Wait, you're not a Fontainian, are you, Mona?
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just out for a stroll when I bumped into you. Quite unexpectedly, if I might add. Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Magistus doesn't sound much like a Mondstadt surname?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Sim, sure.
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing. Either way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to being a great astrologist's pupil was to change that name. There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it is now according to her wishes. To my surprise, however, Magistus is not the name of some ancient house or clan.
It isn't?
Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great.
Wow! Imagine including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your genealogy as well?
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were to take one. Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Whoa,
Foda-se, puta
that's
nome.
a long one.
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech, the thrice as great Scholar of the Stars. Just take it as a title specific to astrologists.
Thrice as great? That's so petty.
I know, right? That's just how she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed her name to Trismegistus.
Foste que mau jeito no dedo.
Talk about excessive.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look into it further should you need to study astrology more deeply.
But anyway, you're not Fontainian, are you, Mona? You're from Mondstadt, right?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dorman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while, after which I settled down in Mondstadt City.
Oh, that's a good thing then. At least we know you won't be dissolved by Fontaine's waters.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right? I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel and speak about the circulation of the prophecy as an astrologist. The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way to make things more certain and less...
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of all Tivat. Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world. I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist, but a visionary. But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents involve the fate of the world. Disregarding it would be a mistake.
A visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really exist?
Of course. The old hag could do it, and I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues of hers who could do something similar. Huh? Are you sure? All right, I'll help you. It isn't often that I see you with such a serious look on your face. I'll tell you once I hear back from her.
Thanks, Mona! You're amazing as always!
Oh, well, this is something only I can do after all. So yes, your praises are quite welcome.
That's the greatest of astrologists for you! Of all the people we know, you know the star's the best!
Indeed, indeed. That's the spirit.
So, I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need, do not hesitate to inform the Spina di Rosula.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to come find you two again.
Pessoalmente, tá lá na zona, tá a ver o copinho lá em Mondstadt.
With the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks. Right, but we were able to recruit Mona's help, didn't we? Our Fontainian friends will thank us someday.
O Venti deve estar em Mondstadt a ver copinho.
Good morning. To be honest, I'm still feeling kind of sleepy. But it's time to get up, traveler. We agreed to go see Novelette, so let's pack it up and get going.
Novelette. Graças, quero aqui um bocadinho. Let's go, continuar. What's up, bro?
You're here! Finally!
Is something wrong?
Monsieur Neurvalette and Lady Farina, they seem to have gotten into a dispute.
Ui.
Please go see for
Eu
yourself.
acabava a stream depois de beber chazinho. É? Ok.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
You mean... they're all...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again. I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that. But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy.
The prophecy?
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing of this either?
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again. Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Farina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters. There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type.
You...
Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it. There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead. Just trust in me, your Archon, and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out fine. That's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again. Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
Está com uma cara e nem parou, nem nada.
Farina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling. Huh. She didn't seem in the mood to care if we were listening in or not.
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Oh! You noticed! Seems Farina didn't even realize we were here.
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow to continue. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so why did she keep refusing to engage? Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced to. We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Oh? Like what?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon experience just such a scenario.
But Farina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging questions. How do we make sure that she won't just slip away at the first chance she gets?
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can. If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass. This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god possesses is too precious, and so we must take a chance on this. But who will lend us their aid to do such a thing?
Eu calculo quem seja. Eles vão estar apenas 20 e a Barbie e o Razer é que me interessa.
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster, so it's presently devoid of people. That naturally makes it the best choice.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
That's what families should do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely time together.
Agora eu percebi é do
It's
chazinho,
nice to
Ricardo.
enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Me? No.
Amiga, chama-lhe
I don't
amiga.
think I can.
Then, how about you, good sir?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful, the spotlight at last.
Só que
I guess I'll be facilitating things from here.
o Caneio devia estar aí. Linete, não era este já. É numa chave maior. Ah, ok.
That was a little long-winded, don't you think?
Oh, you might be
Porém,
right.
também está lá.
Anyway, to cut to the chase, our friend here, the traveler,
Where's
has brought
father?
us together to discuss something.
Florinda, yes.
As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
Oh, how intriguing.
Well, it's just an expression, really. One that I just learned from Chlorand, and used on the spot. So, let's invite her to explain in detail. A round of applause, please.
Huh? Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice. You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
I see. And what does my boss say?
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
Ok. O pai agora não pode mandar os filhos. Ah, ok. Ok. Faz sentido. Eles estão
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for Lynette, oh, right. You were sick that day, weren't you?
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus. Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their wake. A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device. Sometimes a lethal implement will also be necessary to deal with the prey. So, if we were to build a trap together, right now, what would you choose to build it with?
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Pigeons and rabbits will see the bait and naturally enter the snare. Our line of work requires a deft hand, and we're some of the best in the industry, so you can count on our techniques.
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the bawling children.
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the multitasker if I do say so myself.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more stable methods, like placing bait in the water and waiting for the fish to come within reach. That's the kind of method I would count on.
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be their assistant.
With discretion,
Ela é assistente
I'm
em
sure.
tudo.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. Papa once bought me some small clockwork squirrels, mice, and such. When placed in the forest, they can attract others of their kind. I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
I did. And that would be a good way to go about it. If they're realistic enough, animals of the same kind will follow them all the way to the trap.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear I do not have any related experience.
That makes sense. You usually solve problems directly, without the use of any such tricks.
Lynette is my spiritual animal. Eu só ajudo, só estou ali para ajudar, tipo. Caguei.
But I do have one more question for you, monsieur. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap would be ideal.
Kind, as always. However, our intention doesn't necessarily change the containment device and the type of implement we need. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Wait, why is that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life and death is often exceedingly thin.
So are we going hunting together?
Huh. We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters. It kinda works, but maybe it's still not the best metaphor.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, then the hunting metaphor is actually quite accurate. But we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god, a being whose seat is an exalted throne.
Oh, so that's what's going on. Sounds very interesting.
Uma chávena maior. Spina de Rosula.
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? So much has been happening. Paimon didn't think the meetings would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh?
O cara dela.
Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else just looked a little surprised. Well, it's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience with this sort of thing. But with you around, Paimon sure will do great. After all, you're the most reliable person in the world, aren't you? Did you just pour some tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all. Then what's that?
Ah, esta chávena.
Never seen that cup before?
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea. I merely refrained from saying anything till now.
Who's that voice?
Ah, have you forgotten me already?
Wait, you are familiar. You're the voice we heard from the sky in Sumeru.
The voice from the sky, I fear that description is wrong. Though, you're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. I sensed that confusion
voz
and
de
thus
Sumero.
came to you. Guiding people is an irresistible hobby of mine, after all. Consider me a passerby, just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple on a whim.
Ah, sim, depois eu comecei a pensar assim. Quando ela acabou com a tal frase do Friend's Disciple.
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
What? Then is there any way we can stop it?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed? Ah, so you've caught on. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall?
Miúdos em GP, provavelmente metade. É a voz que no final de Sumer disse que os shows de Tevat são falsos. Era a mesma pessoa? E o que é que ela quer dizer com isso de os shows de Tevat são falsos? Eu acho que lembro-me de ter lido qualquer coisa do género, mas... The fuck?
Are the things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
What is she talking about? It all sounds really impressive and important and stuff, but...
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant, but others you must reach out to change. Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
É a mesma pessoa, mas agora estás a ver... ok. Ah, não se sabe ainda. Eu lembro de ter lido qualquer coisa assim do género, a falar disso que os shows de Tevat são falsos. Acho que ouvi qualquer merda.
This was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality. Well, that'll be all for today.
The voice... it's gone. someone talking. Alright, come. Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively banter. Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel. It turned out to be more interesting than I expected. Not all Fontainians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations. I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
Why, yes! It was Charlotte.
Exato, a Charlotte estava-me a ver também.
That daredevil journalist. I'm in full support of her view. Prophecies are very important, but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
Jogar aqui ou depois visitar a malta toda que eles vão pedir. Ou se calhar visita a malta, ainda dá tempo ou não? Ainda dá, vamos visitar a malta no instante.
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. Huh? Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times. She said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves guiding those who are lost.
A prova que os deuses, né, que os Archons não são todo all-knowing, é até a Naida. A Naida está, literalmente ela diz que ainda está no processo de aprendizagem. Por isso Venti, o Zhongli, a Shogun, a Naida e agora a Furina, eles não sabem tudo. Têm mais conhecimento como um mortal, mas não sabem tudo.
But I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a scary group. But they must really stay in shape to live so long.
Os deuses que eles estão a referir-se aí são os que estão acima dos Archons. Espera, há deuses acima dos Archons? What the fuck?
Their abilities alone are pretty terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now. Traveler, Paimon, are you two all right?
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now. It kind of feels like the end is coming, you know?
Não sabia.
I see. I feel that same sense of desperation, too. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed. But even so, I still hope for and believe in miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel, but it can also be beautiful.
Ok. Isso é complicado, não vale a pena. Estás a deitar aí fundo da cabeça.
And to believe that what you are seeing playing out before you is not yet set in stone. I did originally think of steering clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone. If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Huh. You do have a point.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff. I need to get going. It was worth trying to comfort you, even if only a little. I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way I did. I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
I'm one after this, I'll traveler.
Moved by what Mona said, but also kinda sad too. Hey, traveler, Paimon suddenly feels like going outside for a walk. Let's go. Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
Fez o bacana que veio cá e roubou o poder dos dragões e deu esse poder aos Archon. Bacana que veio cá e roubou o poder dos dragões. Ah, aquilo que o representante desse poder dos Archons é a Celestia. Ah, ok. Então isso explica aquela cena do que o Nugilete estava a dizer, que eles não têm todo o poder, que quem tem costuma-se ter é os Archons. Faz sentido. Ou como diz o Baguete, faz sentido. Ok, Naruhodo. Ganda Quintas! Obrigado pela raid. Como é que estão todos? Tudo fixe? Bem-vindos. Como é que correu o Red Dead Redemption? Foi fixe, não foi? Está a correr fixe?
Huh? Our names are written in the... Let Paimon see! The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued in its noble autonomy, but that does not mean that others cannot interact with it. My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Huh. Guess Charlotte still hasn't given up on that. Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report? A blonde adventurer with their white fairy, legends trailing in their wake. It is said that this mysterious traveler once visited the underwater fortress.
E o Genshin? Não, o Genshin é fixe, Quintas. E se ele só tem metade do poder dele, o restante é o Archon. Ah, ok. Por causa desse tal bacano. Faz sentido. E obrigado, Ricardo, por teres dado o SEO. Mas como é que é o Red Dead?
So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, do not fear, for the tales of the traveler contain surprises in spades.
Ok.
Here is Charlotte's biggest scoop yet, the Traveler's Trail, World Walker. Huh.
World Walker, isso faz lembrar aquela DLC do Final Fantasy XIV Online. Sempre às horas para trás. Eu pus um D8 de pagar. Por enquanto deves de pagar que eu não tenho trocas.
She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she's using us as the subject matter instead? Ugh, seriously? Well, fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her this time.
Está muito bom Red Dead ser pressionado. Epá, eu só tinha visto e jogado o primeiro. Não joguei todo, sei a história, mas não joguei todo o primeiro. E achei fixe. O segundo ouvi o pessoal a falar bem dele.
We're here! Paimon's hungry. Should we go in and get something to eat?
O Arthur Morgado com o Mastro de João. Ei, eu?
Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition only 16 slices a day cake! It was so delicious the last time we tried it! Despite the tense situation we were in, let's give it another go! I'm sure it'll be great!
One slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after all! Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
The fuck?
Oh,
are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really can eat.
Wait, did he really say something like that?
That's right. Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food. As for me, I love the cake and coffee here.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon, and you wouldn't get to eat cake here anymore? What would you think?
But why would it close?
Well,
Paimon
doesn't know either, but maybe the waters will rise tomorrow. You know, like in the prophecy.
Oh, the prophecy. To be honest, I haven't paid much attention to that. No, still, even if there'd be no more cake tomorrow, that wouldn't keep me from having some today. No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
Carpe diem.
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more
Os
slices
Sims são
of
tão
cake to
naive,
go?
true. Mas é pá, não deixa de ser não deixa de ser um conselho sábio, que é tipo, aproveitar, tipo, pá, amanhã podemos estar todos na merda, mas hoje não estamos, pá, vamos aproveitar, tipo, fodeu. Caguei. Carpe diem, assim é que é.
These 2 slices are for you. Sijuin said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
Ui, a Sijuina anda a dar alas a eles.
I sure do. She was born before me, and she sometimes comes to the surface to teach us things about humans.
Yep.
She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily, yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food. So please
Não é bem
try
assim,
the cakes
mas...
here. I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
Tipo, às vezes basta um petzinho na pessoa cabeça ou nas costas, tipo, às vezes ou um abraço, não sei, tipo, nem sempre comida é... Tipo, se quiserem me oferecer um burger do Mac, tipo, estão à vontade. Vou dizer que não.
Alright, let's dig in. I'm sure this cake will be delicious.
Não é, mas ajuda. Sim, não, estou a dizer o contrário, por isso é que eu estou a dizer. Eu estou a dizer, por vezes basta um pet, mas se quiserem me oferecer comida, alguma vez, este quarto. Por acaso já vi. Muitos até. Pumba, já fui cansado. E aí, vamos cansar o Ricardo no X. Olha.
More delicious than last time, and the flavor gets even better with a sip of tea. It sure would be nice if we could come again tomorrow.
Oh, Ricardo, olha que eu vou fazer queixas à tua sogra. A dizer que andas aí a falar mal dos gordos. Tua sogra vai-te cancelar.
Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious food here.
E depois a tua sogra descobre. Tumbas.
Oh, we're near the Steambird office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Ok, onde é que está a Charlotte? Oh? Fuck. Maybe se calhar fazemos os dois bullying. Não. Sim. Desbloqueei. Agora pronto. Era só isto. Ok. Ah, Charlotte está aqui. Era só para aquilo.
If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
Ha! You've got some nerve! You just used up to make some quick Mora!
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with some food.
Really? Oh,
Paimon, fazes merda a Paimon. Paimon tripa-se. Tu, olha, mas tenho comida. Ela, ok, pode ser. Já sei.
You're almost a little too easy to win over, Paimon. If I were a journalist with ulterior motives, you'd be in trouble now, you know.
Exato.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Será que
Still, what
sabes?
brings you here all of a sudden? Were you looking for me?
When Mona mentioned you, we thought of coming to see you at work.
I see. It seems you've already bumped into Mona here in Fontaine. So she mentioned me? What did she say?
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary Traveler and Paimon?
Por que a Paimon agora de nada parece British? Assim, she's a daredevil journalist. Algo assim de género.
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography. What I'd like to do is dive deeper and ask you to talk about the things you've seen and experienced.
Yeah, are we even qualified?
Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
Oh.
Okay.
In that case, we'll just chat when you have the time then?
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props, and... Whew, so much to get done now. Talk to you later.
Ok.
Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If, just for example, Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow, what would you do today?
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily. From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy. Just think about it.
Fact.
If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person, then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless. And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job. And I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. I guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist. But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
Sim, senhora.
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
Quantas pessoas é que ainda tenho que falar mais, Ricardo?
The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh? Paimon's been thinking. If it wasn't Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do? No, Paimon should ask, if you could choose, what would you like to do? We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
Tá tudo... Ok.
You mean, still traveling? you've always been doing?
Ok.
Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough. But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
Ah, so the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillat sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Meropide. Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him. Yes, inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
A riot?
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was that serious. Lady Farina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her, loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis. And before she could respond, others started to join in. The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
So people have started to put the blame on Farina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
Só que aí está a armadilha que eles tinham falado.
People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
So what happened after that? Is Farina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry. The Maréchaussée Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Farina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
So, you mean she's still missing?
That's right. The Maréchaussée has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet. That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her? Good. Monsieur Nervillat sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Don't worry, this is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
Ah, is that so? Well, all right then. In that case, you two take care. I'll be heading back to the Palais now.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know Farina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat. And, as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone. When Nervillat was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her sadness and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today. Paimon thinks Farina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's feeling. Huh. Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up, too. Cool, huh? In that case, there's not a moment to lose. Poisson, here we come!
Ah, passou. Pronto, está feito. Será que se eu vier para aqui não ativa? Espero que não.
This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
Antes de ir, Ok. Vou ficar por aqui. Não são horas. Ricardo, temos aí alguém para mandar? Ou nem por isso? O que é que temos aqui? Eu também não tenho. Vamos então ficar por aqui. Já não são horas. E amanhã há mais. Como eu disse, para quem ainda estiver aí, hoje era para ser como tem sido, era para ser a LA Noire, mas houve um pequeno problema, então esqueci-me de resolver isso esta semana. Então hoje fiz então Genshin. Tive que mudar tudo, mas agora como vai ficar amanhã em vez de ser Genshin, porque já fiz hoje, vai ser não é FIFA é mais fácil para vocês perceberem. Vai ser FIFA, continuação do modo carreira. Depois segunda e quarta é o normal, é o Nuzlocke e o modo carreira. E depois, como sexta, não vou poder fazer na sexta, faço o LA Noire na quinta. O resto mantém-se tudo igual. Mas por isso amanhã há mais. Como costumo, por volta das... Espera, aquilo... é 6. Por volta das 6 temos mais continuação de modo de carreira. Continuar a Bundesliga, vamos para a terceira jornada. Para quem não sabe, temos 3 pontos. Uma derrota fora por 1-0 com o Mainz e uma vitória em casa 2 contra o Bayern Munique. Isto é a qualidade. Perdemos com o Mainz, ganhamos ao Bayern Munique. Nada mais. Mas, de Genshin, estamos a avançar na Arcane Quest. Está a ficar fixe, estou a gostar, está fixe. Por isso, pessoal, mais uma vez, obrigadinho a todos que estiveram aí. Obrigado, Quintas, pela raid. De resto, um abraço, pessoal. Portem-se mal, mas não muito, não é? Mais vezes obrigado por tudo. Amanhã mais. E adeus. Vamos todos para o caminho, que já não são horas. Bye.